Okay, today we are going to learn the concept of graphical representation of motion. As earlier we know what is a motion. We mentioned that motion is what? Simply the change in position of object with respect to time. Then later word what? We can categorize that motion in uniform and non-uniform. Now in this article we are going to represent the motion in the form of graph. So we know that what do you mean by graph? Graph is nothing but the diagram through which we can represent the data. Simply in terms of two-dimensional, here x-axis and y-axis, where we can present the data. For example, what? In so many times we are using the graph instead of theoretical description. In live cricket match, what you have seen that graph in each and every over what the scores has been reading. Even the population of a country they shown the year and the populations. So we can represent the data in the form of graph. Why use the graph? Because with the help of graph we can interpret the result quickly. Getting? Instead of theoretically description of data, the graph can talk easily as compared to your theoretical concept. So now the same concept of that motion, that uniform motion, non-uniform motion, we can represent with the help of graph. So for that purpose, we have in two kinds of graphs specially. Here, first one is distance time graph and second one is velocity time graph. As per our syllabus, we are going to learn these are the two graphs: distance time graph, velocity time graph. One more graph is there, that is acceleration and acceleration time graph, which is not a part of our syllabus. But right now simply the distance time. Again that both this graph we can represent the different kinds of motion, that is uniform motion and non-uniform motion, in terms of distance time as well as in terms of velocity time also. So now first of all we are going to focus on this kind of graph, distance time graph. So I am going to draw the graph of this distance time graph by two ways. One is uniform and second for non-uniform. Getting? So for that purpose, what? Here I have a graph x-axis, y-axis. As the name itself indicates, distance time means the time is both in both graph we are using the time, because what we earlier while we define the motion, what we have mentioned that motion is the change of position of object with respect to time. So time we can take common in both kind of a graphs. So that is the time we can take as an x-axis, and the distance we can shown by on the y-axis. So first of all I am going to draw the uniform distance time graph. So for purpose that, first thing, go through the table. I have designed one table in which I have mentioned that for the time 5 seconds I covered the 5 meter. Then next 10 means up to the 5 seconds again I cover 5 meter. Next 15 again 15. So this is the chart or table has a given. So whenever you draw the graph, first thing you have to draw the table where the distance and time has a given. Okay. And while you are drawing the graph, keep in mind the appropriate units. Time has a given second, distance has a given meter. So, okay, so for that, I have draw the x-axis as a time, y-axis as a distance. So, I have taken the appropriate the values. For start with this origin of the graph is always 0. So, that is I have mentioned here 0. Then time is 5 seconds, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now, while drawing the graph, as we know the notations of graph, first thing is what you have to mention here, the scale of the graph. So I here mention the scale. What is the scale of that graph? We have in graph paper. Here we have taken x-axis. So I mention on x-axis my 1 centimeter. My 1 centimeter means 5 seconds. We should give the meaningfulness that in x-axis this 1 centimeter distance is nothing but the 5 seconds. Similar for y-axis, this 1 centimeter is nothing but the 5 meter. Getting? It might be some students ask the question, sir, why it is 1 centimeter, 5, 10? Here it is, the scale is 1 centimeter, though the difference is 5. That is I have mentioned here. That is the scale x axis 1 centimeter is for 5 seconds. Similar for y second, this 1 centimeter is again a 5 meter. So y axis represent distance and x axis represent time. Get it? So now as you know how to draw the graph. So first thing, my first point is what? 5, 5, the x and y coordinate. So here x, y coordinate 5, 5. As we know that, how to the graph? I have an x axis, y axis. So my x coordinate is what? 5. And y axis coordinate is what? 5. So I just make a line and I just know that this is my point. So this is my first point A. So I can make a point A here. Second coordinate is what? 10, 10. So I give the name as a B. So I have taken the line B and this 10. So this is my second point B. Similar for C, 15, 15. Similar for D, 20, 20. So I have this plot A, B, C, D. These are my 4 points. Earlier I have make a points. Plot A, B, C, D. Then afterward I have noticed that if I want to join this plot points A, B, C, D, I got a straight line. I got a straight line. Though here it isn't, I have given 0, 0, but I start from origin. So I can just increase up to this origin. So now what you will notice that this line goes straight. This line has goes straight. Now for the graph, the distance line graph, we have a slope. So here what do you mean by slope? The distance time graph. This slope of distance time graph gives the speed. How it comes? Normally slope means what? The slope is nothing but the y upon x. The slope means what? Y upon x. But here if I put the y upon x, but which variable? Y having so many points are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Like that, whatever point we have. So for that, how we can draw this slope? Slope is equal to this y2 minus y1. For example, suppose I want to find out the slope of point B. I want to find out the slope of point B. So for that purpose, I know the point B is y2, means this is the y variable, okay. It having this point, I taken as a y2. And y1 is nothing but start from origin. So this is a y1. What about x2, x1? So B is x2 point, what? This 10. And x1 is what? 0. Get it? So here what? I want to draw the slope of point B. Okay. So y2 is what? 10. y1 0. x2 again 10, 0. So here I got 10 upon 10, that is 1. It is a distance meter per second. So I have a, now what we have noticed here, this distance upon time. Distance upon time. As we know that distance upon time is nothing but the speed. So what I have mentioned, the speed at a point B is 1 meter per second. I have mentioned the speed at particular point B. Now I want to find the speed at point A. Again, what I have noticed that speed at point A, that is again this 5, 0, 5, 5, 0, again 5 upon 5, 1 meter per second. B already we have taken 1 meter second. If I go for C point, again here 15 minus 0, 15, 15 minus 0, again C having 1 meter per second. If I go for last point D, it again 1 meter per second. Just we can check it out. So what I have noticed that for each and every point, the speed is going to same 1 meter per second, and is as itself indicates that whenever at every point it covers equal distance, it means what? That kind of a motion is nothing but the uniform motion. So that's it, the simple graph. So now what we can make the conclusion for the uniform motion, that is distance time uniform motion, is that the conclusion is what? The conclusion is that the graph of uniform motion of a distance time graph, it is always a straight line. It is always straight line. That is the conclusion for distance time graph for uniform. Now let's go for non-uniform motion. Now again same, point x-axis represent time, y-axis represent distance. Here time as mentioned, again the scale same here as I mentioned here. I didn't mention over there scale, but the scale is same. Now here my first point, this is my A point, this is B, C and D. Now what we can notice here, at point A, after the 5 second, my object, that object might be a car, the person, whatever may be there, it covers 10 meter. So for 5, it covers distance 10 meters. So here I plot point A. Then point B. Now after 10 seconds, after 5 seconds, for the next 5 seconds, it covers only 5 meter. It might be its speed is going to decrease. Here what happened? It goes in 5 seconds. Early 5 seconds it covers 10 meter. पहिल्या 5 सेकंदामध्ये 10 मीटर कव्हर केले. पुढच्या 5 सेकंदामध्ये मात्र 10 मीटर न करता तो फक्त 5 मीटर कव्हर केला. याचा अर्थ काय, त्याचा स्पीड कमी झाला. म्हणजे नॉर्मली कारची एखादी स्पीड आहे, असं नाही की या केसमध्ये काय झालं की स्पीड जो आहे तो कंटिन्युअसली वाढत गेलेला आहे आणि तो कंटिन्युअसली एकाच पद्धतीने वाढत गेला. या केसमध्ये झालेलं नाही. ही रिअल मोशन आहे. प्रत्येक वेळा आपलं स्पीड कॉन्स्टंट वाढत जाईल असं नाही. या केसमध्ये काय झालं, पहिल्या 5 सेकंदामध्ये 10 मीटर गेला, पण पुढच्या 5 सेकंदामध्ये स्पीड कमी झाला, म्हणजे 5 मीटर गेला. अगेन नेक्स्ट 5 सेकंड सडनली माय स्पीड इन्क्रीज, इट गोज फॉर 20. पुढच्या 5 सेकंदामध्ये मी अगेन 20 मीटर्स. अगेन नेक्स्ट 5 सेकंड इट गोज 7. तो परत म्हणजे पहिल्या 5 सेकंदामध्ये त्याने 10 मीटर डिस्टन्स कव्हर केलं. पुढच्या 5 सेकंदामध्ये त्याने फक्त 5 मीटर. त्याच्या पुढच्या 5 सेकंदामध्ये 20 मीटर. त्याच्या पुढच्या 5 मध्ये 7 मीटर. म्हणजे कमी जास्त डिस्टन्स कव्हर केलेला आहे त्या 5 सेकंदामध्ये. त्याच्यानुसार मी तो ग्राफ पॉइंट केला ABCD. आणि मी जेव्हा हे पॉइंट अटॅच केले, whenever I just plot this graph, I got this motion ABCD. या केसमध्ये what we can say that हा नॉन युनिफॉर्म मोशनचा जो काही ग्राफ आहे, वेदर इट इज सिमिलर टू अ स्ट्रेट लाईन, तो एका लाईन मध्ये आहे का, एका स्ट्रेट आहे का, नाही. अप डाऊन जस्ट लाईक zigzag, I can say that. Not exactly zigzag, but the graph of this non-uniform motion, it doesn't came as a straight line. The shapes kindly differ as per the variables. So now if here I want to, again it is in distance time graph, so I want to find out the speed at point A. At point of speed A, the distance is covered y2 10, y1 0, x2 5 0. So for A is gets 10/5 2 meter per second. Okay. Now at point B, 5 minus 0 upon x2 10 minus 0 5 upon 10 b 0.5 meter per second. Here speed is going to change. Now look at point C. 20 minus 0, that is 20, and x2 is what, 15 minus 0 upon 15. So 4/3, that is 1.1 something meter per second. Now go for point D. Here in case of point D, it is for what? My point D 7 upon 20. So it like something 0.3 meter per second. Now what you have noticed here, the speed of my object is going to vary for each and every point. For A is 2 meter per second. A च्या वेळी माझा स्पीड होता 2 मीटर पर सेकंड. B च्या वेळी तो कमी झाला 0.5 झाला. C च्या वेळी परत तो वाढला 1.1 झाला. D ला परत कमी झाला 0.3. म्हणजे याचा अर्थ काय की इथं स्पीड कमी जास्त होतो. या केसमध्ये अशी जी काय मोशन आहे ती नॉन युनिफॉर्म मोशन. लक्षात येते त्याचा हा ग्राफ. म्हणजे आता डिस्टन्स टाइम ग्राफ मधून आपण दोन गोष्टी रिप्रेझेंट केल्या, एक युनिफॉर्म, दुसरी नॉन युनिफॉर्म. त्याचा ग्राफ, त्याचं मिनिंग, आर यू गेटिंग क्लिअर ऑल दॅट थिंग्स?